Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. All right, happy Saturday. How do I sound? Let me know. Mic check, mic check. How do I sound? I have the microphone hooked up. I have the camera hooked up. So let me know. How does the microphone sound? How does the camera look? Let me know. Sounds great. Good, good, good. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me say thank you, The Informed. Thank you, my love. Mwah. You said Amazon wouldn't let you order the Africa map. It might be out of stock because when I added it to my list, they said that there was only one more in stock. It might be out of stock. So thank you. I will definitely put it on my wish list if put it on my personal cart wish list and order it when it comes in. Thank you so much. Okay, let me go back to the top. Oh Lord, I keep hitting the wrong button. Hold on. Let me go back to the top. Child, this thing getting on my nerves now. Now I need to hook up the mouse. I do have a mouse, but I need to hook up the mouse. Okay. Okay. What's up, Katrina Tan? The Informed. Good morning again. Lock Queen, Kenya. Really be Layla went with her dad for a few days. I'm missing her, so this live is just what I needed right now. Going to catch the fragrance sale at Bath and Body Works after this. Well, I'm glad that I can make you smile. They having a fragrance sale. I ain't going over there. I ain't buying nothing, child. Wipe your feet, hit the like button. Yes, Cruiser. Thank you, boo. J Diva, what's up? Don Grand Rises like a can of biscuits. Okay, can of biscuits. Tanya, what's going on? Miss Pretty Amazing Marcus. Hi. Well, someone is late this morning. I was watching from Amazon and from Chester, Virginia, working half a day. Okay. Yeah, I was. What's up, Mia J? Sharice, what's up, Andrea? Hey, Quake. Just sweet. What's going on? Yana. Hey, Corio Lover. How are you, my love? I'm glad to see you over here. Des Hop, how are you? Chanel, what's going on? Little baby, Yana. What's up? What's up? Little baby, don't do me. Talking about some no, you just started. Don't do me. Yeah, I just started. Okay. Just started watching, fell asleep last night with a glimpse when I woke up. Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about, Cheryl. What's up, Yolanda? Somebody told me stay out the chat when y'all talking to each other, so I don't know what y'all talking about. What up, Chuck? What a gorgeous 2 days in Louisville. I've been up and out and I'm back home. Listen, the weather has been beautiful here. Matter of fact, yesterday when I met Treese for lunch, we ate outside on the patio and child, I was a little chilly. I had on shorts and I was like, shoot, I should have worn some pants. But it's been beautiful. I don't have no complaints. I got to take my car to the car wash today because the birds tearing my car up. New Jones, what's up, Amber, Nikki? Oh, the concert. Oh, okay. What's up, Star? Hey, boo. Sierra, Yana. Yes, for being a member for 60 months. Thank you, New Jones. Thank you, boo. You one of my, hey, Cams. Hey, boo. You one of my originators. Yes. They having a mist sale, waiting on my candles from that candle sale to arrive. Oh, they had another candle sale. Listen, I'm really trying to not, I'm trying to stay on the outside. I got other things I need to do with my money right now. I don't need to be, I can't do the candles and stuff. So trying to do some other stuff with my money. I did buy some perfume last week. I had a gift card for Macy's, and Macy's was having a sale. And so, what is wrong with my damn... Y'all, me and this TV. Oh, Lord. Okay. What's up, Star? Thank you. Thank you. You said happy birthday to me. Taurus, you said happy birthday to me. You said happy birthday to me on Instagram, didn't you? But thank you. I take all the birthdays. Thank you, Hibiscus Rose. All my members checking in this morning. Thank you. Yes. Oh, they have some new fragrances. Oh, don't tell me that. What y'all tell me that for? Went to Mike's Crab Shop in Annapolis and sat outside. Yes, and Mike's is nice. I like Mike's. What's wrong with my TV, y'all? My TV is... Part of the reason why I'm late is because my power strip that has my TV, my computer, like everything plugged into it, it fell. And so everything, I had to reboot everything. And now my TV, I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's not, let me take it back. It's not the TV. It's the direct TV. It's direct TV. It's not the TV. But anyway, I'll fool with that when I get off of here. What's up, Mo Walker? Hey, DB. Listen, the candles I ordered are online. The pumpkin peanut brittle slaps. Pumpkin peanut brittle. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. I think that's everybody. If I miss you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Okay. Oh, yes. Child, I went and got my nails done yesterday. Yes, the nails. I got me a mani-pedi. Got me a mani-pedi yesterday. Yes, the Black Girl Vitamin Code does still work. Hold on. Well, if you just put in ReallyBTV, it should work. But you want me to give you the actual code. But if you go to their website and you just put in ReallyBTV, as a discount code, yes, it still works. Hold on. Let me know if you want me to drop the code. Okay. It's Halloween themed fragrances. Oh no. See, that's all that pumpkin stuff. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to smell like a pumpkin. I'm okay. See, that just cured me. I have no desire. See, at first I was feeling a little curious, like, well, let me go see what they got. I'm not curious now. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Drop the code. Okay. Give me a second. Let me drop the code. Give me a second. And then somebody was like, Mercury is in retrograde. That's why you're having all these problems with your computer stuff, with your technology. And I was like, well, Mercury need to hurry up and get the hell out of the retro of the grade, because this is too much going on. It's too much going on. I'm getting the link for you now. Yeah, it's too much going on. I need Mercury to get the hell out of retrograde because it's giving me problems. It's giving me problems. Yeah, that's what somebody told me. It don't end until August the 10th. Ugh. Oh, you know what? See, this is one of the reasons why. How do you cut and paste on a MacBook? Somebody who does Mac tell me. It's the command what? See, this part of the reason. These are the things I have to learn about a MacBook. I don't know how to cut and paste on a MacBook. I smell Vampire Blood, the candle. Hold on a quick second, y'all. Command C. Okay, thank you. This is irritating me. I don't understand. All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Command C to cut and Command V to paste. So, okay, hold on. But it said it hit. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if this works. Command V. Oh, there it is right there. Thank y'all. See, now I know. That's the kind of stuff I just have to figure out how to do, child. Okay. Because I have a mouse. I just don't have the mouse hooked up. I got all this other stuff hooked up. I ain't got the mouse over here. All right, let's get into it, you guys. So happy Saturday. El Teddy will be live for Silly Saturday immediately after this. And then JB and myself will be on JB's platform talking about Beyond the Gates at 1:00 Eastern Standard Time. I say Eastern Standard Time, child. So that's what we have going on today. Not sure what I'm doing after that. I need to stay my butt in this house, but I probably will find somewhere to go. Like I said, I need to go to the car wash if I don't do nothing else. All right, let's get into it. And don't forget to remind me to gift my memberships. It is the first of the month, well, technically the second of the month, and we got to do our gifted memberships. But let me go ahead and get this party started. Quick announcements. Spiller Boy TV is doing a cruise. If you want the information, hit me up. I keep forgetting to put it on my community wall. Damn it, I got to put it on my community wall. It's not too late to go on our cruise, which is in February. You just it's too late to be with the group, but the only thing you're really missing out is eating at the same place, child. But if you want to be on the ship, child, be on the ship. Books and Bourbon is in October. This was the cutoff for the VIP package, but again, if you are interested in the VIP package, hit me up on the side. I just need to make sure I have the sizes of the t-shirts, and I don't want to wait till the last minute for that. The school supply list is pinned. Again, it's a wish list. You do not have to. People have been sending stuff. Thank you. I will do one live where I will unbox everything and do my thank yous. So thank you guys for that. I think those are all the church announcements. So let's get into it. Am I going with Spiller Boy? Yes, that's my plan. I got you, Chuck. I got Brown Mama. I got Cruiser. Yep. So if anybody else sent me something, let me know. Hit me up because I'm not gonna say I didn't get it, but I might just forgot to say your name. Okay. One of the mothers of our church passed, so I'll be going to the funeral in a few hours. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Really be for school, the hand soaps are $3 and you get pencils. I did see, I did get that alert talking about some pencil this in. I might go up there and get some. I might go to the one down to the Bowie and go to the Bath and Body Works. I might. Where I go to get my car washed is actually I pass it on my way if I decide to go to the Bowie Mall. I'm trying to decide if I want to get some crabs today. That's my dilemma, is if I want to get me some crabs today. I don't need to get no crabs, but needs and wants are not always the same thing. Okay. The code works. You used it with 4 emails. Yes, it's Chanel using it with 4 email addresses. Because listen, I told y'all that discount code is only good on your first order from Black Girl Vitamins. But if you have more than 1 email address, and Chanel has worked it out. Chanel has worked it out. Okay. Mamiana said, girl, get you some crabs. There's this place that I've seen advertised on TikTok that I want to try. And it's in Bowie too. I feel like the universe is taking me to Bowie today. Because that's the Bath and Body Works in Bowie, my car wash, the crab place. Ren said, get the crabs, treat yourself. Okay. Star said, crab day. Buy a lottery ticket while you're there. Okay. All right, y'all, let's get into this. So, yesterday was a busy day in the world of courtroom drama. If you want all of the breakdowns that happened yesterday, y'all head over to Pam The law intellect, baby. Pam was working overtime yesterday. Okay. I feel like every time I looked up, I was getting another notification from Pam telling me something else had happened in one of these cases that we like to follow down here. So if you want all of the breakdown, y'all go over to Pam. If y'all have not already subscribed to Pam, y'all subscribe to Pam, the law intellect. And some of it is on her membership wall. So you might not be able to see everything, but you can see most of what was going on. So I'm going to just give y'all a brief breakdown of what had happened yesterday. So over in the TD Jakes case, we haven't really been following a lot of the TD Jakes stuff, the back and forth. But ultimately, Tyrone Blackburn, the judge, Tyrone Blackburn had to go before the judge and explain why he was citing cases that didn't exist, and he was just seemed like he was just making up stuff. Now he blamed it on he was using some, some software that might have been outdated or the wrong software. I think is what he said. He said, I would use the wrong software, Your Honor. And as a result, TD Jakes' attorneys are asking for $77,000 for that particular motion to be reimbursed based off of, all of them things, child. Diddy's attorneys are saying they want a whole new trial. They said, listen, because what they're really doing is they're arguing that the Mann Act, which is part of what Diddy was convicted on, they're saying that the Mann Act, these are my words. These are not legal words. These are my words. But they're basically saying that the Mann Act was based in, it was based in race. It was a racially biased law and an outdated law that was used against Diddy. And since that was really the only conviction, that ultimately they need to throw out that conviction and he need to be retried, right? They want a new trial. Of course, the government is going to argue no. But listen, and I know y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. I know y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. And I love y'all anyway. Before I even say it, I love y'all anyway. I know y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. But let me say this to y'all. Even though most of us agree that Diddy's not a good guy, most of us agree that Diddy's not a nice guy. They're not wrong about the Mann Act. They're not wrong about the Mann Act. Right. The original name of the Mann Act was White Slave Traffic Act. It was basically a way to stop black men from dating white women and making it a criminal offense if they actually traveled with a white woman across state lines. That is how they got Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight boxing champ of the world. That is ultimately what they got Jack Johnson on, was the Mann Act, because Jack Johnson liked to date white women. And Jack Johnson thought that because he was rich and he was famous, that the regular rules of black society didn't apply to him. And it was okay for him to date these white girls, openly date these white women. And again, this was in like the 1930s. And they quickly reminded him, I'm sorry, sir, you still an Oogle. You are still an Oogle. Okay. And the Mann Act was used to put this man in jail. So they not wrong about the Mann Act. However, I'm with you. Somebody said, why didn't they argue that from the beginning? I mean, again, I think that goes into legal conversations that I don't have the answers to, right? And then I know earlier this week, the rumor was, hold on, let me add this to the list. The rumor was that Trump was considering pardoning Diddy. I do think that Trump probably seriously was considering or is considering pardoning Diddy. And don't be surprised if he does. Let me just tell y'all here now. First of all, don't be surprised at anything this man does. I mean, can we just start there? Don't be surprised by anything he does. But certainly don't be surprised if he decides to pardon Diddy. Please don't, y'all. I don't want none of y'all to get y'all fifis and be like, oh my gosh, Diddy just got like Trump has been pardoning. I mean, he's been pardoning everybody. So don't be surprised if he decides to pardon Diddy. However, now word on the curb is that Trump feels like Diddy hurt his feelings. So he's not in a rush to pardon Diddy because Diddy hurt his feelings. Moving right along. Moving right along. What would be his benefit for doing it? Well, what is Trump's benefit for pardoning any of these people he's been pardoning? What was Trump's benefit for pardoning Kodak Black? So that Kodak Black could wear a Make America. The same motive would be because, again, I promise you, if Trump pardons Diddy, please don't be shocked to see Diddy in a Make America Great Again hat. Please don't be shocked to see Diddy doing campaign stops for Republicans that are running for midterm elections. Like, let's not be naive here, you guys. When you say what would be the motivation, let's not be naive. The motivation would be the motivation that it always is when it comes to Trump. Come on now. We know what the motivation is. Okay? Diddy still has a very large following among Black folk. A very large following among Black folk. It's a lot of Black folk that's like, Diddy ain't do nothing wrong. That's just the white man coming after him. How dare they do this to Diddy? Like, y'all know what it is. We see it in the chats. Don, you were covering the trial. Don used to get trolls in his trial all the time. Oh, these women, they just mad because this, that, and the other, and Diddy ain't do nothing wrong, and Diddy did. So it's not like people don't still listen to Diddy and respect Diddy. And let's be clear, none of Diddy's friends have turned on him publicly. Have we seen any of Diddy's friends come out here and say he did anything wrong? We haven't seen hell, even Mace, who has talked mad, you know what, about Diddy over the years. Even Mace kind of kept it here. Mace was like, you know, like, okay, y'all finally figuring out what I figured out. But he ain't dogging more than what he been dogging them. You got people like Ray J, and I know we don't care nothing about what Ray J has to say, but we got people like Ray J defending him. We didn't see the DJ Khaled's, the Jay-Z's, we didn't even see none of his female art. We didn't see the Mary J. Blige's, the Lil Kims. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to celebrity standing, Diddy didn't fall that far. I mean, among certain groups, sure. I mean, is corporate America going to embrace him? No. But unfortunately, y'all know how we do over here in the Black community. You got people that still believe that they went after Bill Cosby because he was trying to buy NBC. It don't matter how many times they debunk that's not what happened. It don't matter how many women that came out here and accused this man, Black, white, old, young. They was just trying to keep a Black man down because he was trying to buy NBC. Okay. Hold on to that. You hold on to that. Nay said some of these people were involved in those, and that's true too, Nay. So you're right. So some of them are sitting in the corner like, I hope they don't look over here. I hope they don't look in my direction. Okay. You're right, Nay. You're right. Hey, Benji. What you and Benji getting into today? It's a nice day down here. I'm sure the weather's nice up there too. Y'all going to the doggy park or anything? Yeah. So again, and we have the midterm elections coming up, which we about to talk about when we got a few things to talk about under politics. We're going to talk about what they're doing with these midterm elections. Corey, send me what's your Cash App? What is your Cash App? If you don't want to put it in the chat, send it to me on Instagram. I said that the first person who would mention my glasses, I was going to send them a Cash App. Corey was the first person to mention that I have new glasses. Yes, I have new glasses. Yes, they are new. Thank you for noticing. Send me your Cash App, boo. Okay. You don't have Cash App? Okay, I'm going to have to find a way to give you a treat. I have to find a way to give you a treat. But yes, I went and picked up my new glasses yesterday. So look, I have two glasses, y'all. So I have these. These are my regular everyday glasses. And then they gave me some computer glasses. No, these aren't blue. These are, brown, the tortoise shell. Tortoise shell, I guess is what they call them. So these are my regular everyday glasses. And then, these are the glasses I actually should be wearing right now. And then I have computer glasses. These are actually the glasses I should be wearing right now, actually. These are my computer glasses. Because I told my doctor that sometimes if I'm sitting at the computer, it gets blurry. And so they actually gave me, but I have to get used to switching them back and forth. And I have to get used to, because I can see like right here, of course, everything is very clear right here. But then my TV is back there and the TV is blurry because it's too far away. So I can't watch TV from here. It's weird. I have to get used to it though. I guess that's just old people stuff. But that was the compromise because I didn't like the progressive lenses. So that was the compromise. So these are progressive. And I was like, well, okay, I can wear these while I'm at the computer, while I'm doing this. But my everyday, I couldn't do the progressive lenses. I couldn't do them. I could not do them. But anyway, let me just keep these on. Blue light glasses really help. Not the crap. You know what? All right, so that's why I had to get used to these. So I do need to start remembering to switch them out when I'm sitting at the computer. Okay. So yes, I have new glasses. Okay. Last but not least, in the news yesterday. Lord, my phone. Remember how I used to have to take my glasses off to read the phone? Oh my gosh, the phone is so clear now. But anyway, last but not least, in well, it ain't the last in the legal news, but under what kind of went down yesterday with all of these court proceedings, Tory Lanez is ordered to pay Megan Thee Stallion's legal fees after disrespectful deposition filled with insults. Now, if you guys have not been keeping up, Meg Thee Stallion is suing Milagros Grams, who is a blogger. I believe she's on like YouTube, Station Head, Twitch, all of the things. And Meg Thee Stallion is suing her because during the trial, her coverage not only was, her coverage was very pro-Tory, and she accused Meg of doing a lot of things that did not happen. She also disseminated a fake AI-generated sex tape of Meg Thee Stallion saying that it really was Meg and yada, yada, yada. So Meg is suing her, claiming that she was in cahoots with Tory and his family, putting out false information and that kind of thing. So Tory was, he had a deposition for the case. And this is what was described that went down in the deposition. It says, the hearing was part of Meg's defamation lawsuit against blogger Milagros Grams, who she accused of spreading false claims with help from Lanez and his father. The April 9th deposition quickly derailed when Lanez interrupted questions, mocked Megan's lawyer's hair, and threatened the proceeding like open mic night at a Technopoppy prison. I don't even know what that is, okay? It ended in less than an hour. Megan's legal team filed a motion asking why Lanez shouldn't be held in contempt. He missed the April 30th deadline to respond and didn't request an extension. A Florida judge ruled that Lanez must now cover Megan's attorney's fees and will be supervised by a magistrate judge for future testimony. Her team is also asking for a special master at Lanez's expense to oversee the process. Tory. You think StreamYard has me glitching? Am I glitching? Y'all can't see me? You guys are cleaning and organizing this weekend? Okay, and I'm sure that Benji is going to be a lot of help with the cleaning and organizing. Check his doggy bed. I bet you might find some things you might be looking for. It's fine on your end? Okay. Okay. All right. So The other thing, and I saw this over on Armand Wiggins, so y'all go over to Armand Wiggins and get the full video. But I think it was last Saturday. I think it was, no, it might have been. I think I was in Detroit when I was listening to this video. Tory, so yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago, I guess. So what's his name? What I just say? His name was Armand Wiggins did a video saying that allegedly in this lawsuit that Milagros is involved in with Meg Thee Stallion, allegedly Milagros has been accused of deleting over 20,000. Let me add a zero to that. Over 20,000 messages between her, Tory Lanez, and Tory Lanez's daddy. Now, allegedly, go watch the whole video over on Armand Wiggins. Like I said, he put it out about 2 weeks ago. So go catch it. But there was court papers where Meg's team is accusing Milagros of deleting messages. And they're saying that they believe that she has deleted over 20,000 messages over different, social media platforms between her, Tory Lanez, and Tory Lanez's daddy. 20,000. What y'all talking about? Even if y'all weren't talking about anything related, like, even if it wasn't a conspiracy against Meg, what y'all what you talking about with somebody daddy that much? 20,000? $20,000? I can't imagine that I have talked to anybody in my life. I mean, it would probably have to be somebody I have known my whole life. 20,000 text messages? Or just messages over different platforms? Sure. And if it's true, now you in contempt because you're not supposed to destroy evidence, ma'am. So even if you, let's just, whatever, doesn't matter what y'all was talking about. If you did it, anyway, y'all going over there. Check out the full video on Armand Wiggins. Again, it was about 2 weeks ago, but it's in the title. I mean, the title literally says Milagros accused of deleting text messages or something like that. Like, it's the title is very specific. So y'all can go here. And it's not a long video. I think the video is like maybe 15 minutes long. It's not a long video. So y'all go check it out. Yeah, they said she was getting payments as well. I think a total. Yeah, they definitely said she allegedly got paid. I do know that during the trial, Milagros was like hanging out with the family. I got that from people who were at the trial, that she was like riding the elevator with the family. She was going out to lunch during the lunch breaks during the trial with the family. So she definitely had a relationship with Tory Lanez and his family. I mean, that was documented even back then. But having a relationship with somebody doesn't equate, conspiracy. However, there you go. Not Bab's stupid. Not maybe sending and receiving messages about a leg lengthening procedure. I'm not doing this with y'all. She's like those women who marry prison lifers. Oh, speaking of which, child, I looked at last night's episode of Life After Lockup. I forgot Life After Lockup was coming back last night. And Ready to Love came back last night. Ooh, they could have let Ready to Love where it was, but anyway. She even went to taste with his dad when they were in Houston. Wow. So anyway, that's what was going on with that. In other legal news, Wendy Williams' family dropped a video on her channel yesterday. Let me see. Did y'all see it? I'm sure y'all saw it. I'm sorry, what? Okay. Anyway, it was a video they dropped, which is from the best I could tell. It was when Wendy, maybe early on, it seemed like maybe somebody was doing a home visit. So this was probably before she was put into the facility that she's been in. And the woman that was her guardian was there. And you could tell that it was a contentious situation. I'm gonna just let y'all see the video. And y'all, because I'm gonna play the video and I'm gonna let y'all see it, and then y'all tell me what y'all think, child.
Where truth reigns supreme, we call on you, netizens, once again. The following video will play in its entirety, uncut, uninterrupted, and exactly as it happened. Watch closely.
Try not to get the ring light.
Detail matters. When the video ends, we
I probably
ask you
could
to
find it
step into the
online,
role of a witness, not a bystander, not a fan, a witness. Comment below as if you were under oath in a court of law. Tell us what you saw, what stood out, what moved you. The truth.
Child, is real dramatic.
Your truth is what matters most right now. Watch, reflect, testify below.
Ms. Hunter, how is it negotiating these stairs?
I do it very carefully, looking at it, and if and it hasn't happened thus yet, but maybe in 10 years, if it's too much to do it, I can go upstairs and exit that way, come back down.
In the elevator. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, so
and this just sits here. It's nothing that I do.
Yeah, she used to, but we don't use this no more. This is her own wheelchair.
Is that physical therapy?
Wheelchair? No. So when she she used to use it prior to working out. That's actually originally why she started working out, because she had trouble walking around because of her ankles.
So getting used to this and how numb it is.
But she's been working out, and she hasn't had to use a wheelchair since. Yeah. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Yeah. So so that's fine. So I just have a couple of questions for you about questions regarding what? Just about the guardianship. The guardianship? Well, I thought this was just going to be a regular visit. Wait, she thought that too. We thought.
Yeah, I thought it was just supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right, and also just because when she and I met last time, we said that we would continue the interview in New York. I know, but she didn't know that she needed an attorney present, and she was. I know, but then she spoke to you over the phone, Linda.
I know.
Okay. And she told you she didn't want you as an attorney.
So I can't talk to you. I can only talk.
Okay,
So, but I can't hurt privacy.
No, but Mom, do you want to speak by yourself?
I want to sit down. My
Okay, so one little thing. Okay, so it's not about it's the only thing is that it's because of her privacy rights. I know, and she just told Linda that she don't feel comfortable doing that. Is your mom okay with you being here when she talks to her?
Yes.
Okay.
It does.
It does. But you tell her that it breaks the attorney-client privilege, and if she's okay with it, she's waiting in 2 years, so that's fine. I think that's okay. So you understand? It's just she cannot communicate with your mom. And Mom, also, didn't you say that you don't want Linda as an attorney? So why do you even want? Wait.
I don't know.
But she can say that. No, but I'm speaking.
I never saw you in person, so I didn't recognize you.
I'm asking her.
I didn't. Okay, this is you.
Yeah,
I thought that you weren't here.
I just want to let you know, remember you do have your own attorney.
Okay, so we do. Let's go to the door, please.
Yeah, so you don't have to, all this, I get you want to do your job to the point.
Thank you,
We respect y'all coming to the house. I apologize for what happened yesterday, but she has her own attorney. This is her. This is not me.
Okay, so Wendy, I just want to tell you, so again.
All right, Mom.
When the court's going to have what's called a hearing. And they're gonna.
Okay.
Keep walking.
No, it's fine. And she has a attorney. You can call her attorney and let her know.
So are you?
She hasn't put in her appearance.
Listen, I'm not gonna.
She's gonna put in her appearance tomorrow.
You're kicking me out.
I'm not kicking you out. But no. Ma'am, I'm not kicking you out.
Yeah.
I said you guys agreed to come here to look at the apartment. I was kind with that. You guys to ask her questions. I said.
But you don't need to be okay with any of it.
What do you mean? It's our apartment. But it's our apartment.
Sir. I have a job to do.
I know, and
You're
she just said,
interfering with it.
but she gave you an answer.
But you're
But
talking in her
there's one
ear.
thing about my mom. She
It's
works
gonna-
too hard to have to tell people
I know.
the same answer over and
No,
over.
good night. Good night.
So have a good night, and it was nice to see you. And
That's what we said.
please stay well. Not you.
We should please say, well, not me.
Not you. Wow.
Not me.
Close the door.
All right, I'm gonna remember
Kevin,
that, Lindsay. Thank you.
Kevin, stop it.
And Phil, listen.
No, I'm just trying to.
No, Phil, I know. Listen, I know. Phil.
All right, so get your mom's attorney to put in notes of appearance.
I know.
ASAP.
I know.
Okay, right away.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great night, y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Hunter.
Bye-bye.
So I watched that and I have more questions than it really resolved anything for me. So my first question is, when did this take place? Where in the Wendy timeline of all of this did this take place? Was this at the beginning of all of this? Because Wendy said she didn't even know that woman was her attorney. Remember, Wendy was like, oh, I didn't know my attorney was, oh, I didn't know you were her. I didn't know what you looked like. So the fact that they're wearing masks, was this towards the tail end of COVID and everything? Like, I don't know when this took place, right? So that's my first question. My second question is, once they said she has her own attorney, and the lady was like, that's me, and the son was like, no, we have another attorney. It sounds like whoever this other attorney was had not notified anybody, because that guy, who I'm assuming was some sort of social worker or something like that, was like, tell them they need to put in their notice to appear as soon as possible. So nobody knew that there was another attorney connected to the case representing Wendy Williams in that moment. So again, don't know when this happened. The third thing is, why was Kevin speaking for Wendy? Like, I feel like my biggest issue with that whole scenario was nobody is respecting Wendy as an adult. Kevin, you don't need to speak for your mama, and that woman didn't need to speak for her. Wendy was standing right there. And I started side-eyeing. It does look like her old condo. I started side-eyeing Kevin towards the end of this, because I felt like he was talking over his mama. He was cutting her off. Let her speak. Because even when he was like, well, we don't want, and the lady was like, wait a minute, I can't speak to you because I am her attorney. If I speak to you, I'm breaking attorney-client privilege. So no disrespect, but I can't talk to you. Regardless of whether we think this woman was doing her job or taking advantage of Wendy or whatever, I don't know. But in that moment, she was like, I need to hear Wendy verbally say, and she did eventually do it, but it just seemed like it was so many moving parts. And ultimately, I felt like nobody in that room was respecting Wendy. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what I was supposed to get out of that, because if they thought I was going to walk away from that going, oh my, they just did, oh, look at her family looking out for her. I didn't feel that. Now, let's be clear. Conversations were probably had that we aren't privy to. And maybe Wendy did say all of those things to Kevin. But just like Wendy said it, let her talk. I would have felt better in that video if I heard Wendy driving that train and saying, listen, ... I would have felt a lot better if that was if it was all coming from Wendy. But it seemed, did you hear Wendy say, I just want to sit down? Like, the woman said her feet hurt. Let her sit down. And then let's have a conversation. And then he said, I apologize for yesterday. So what happened yesterday? Were you rude to the people yesterday? Did you not let the people come in the house? Like, what happened yesterday, Kevin? See, to me, you're giving us a piece. You're giving us this little video, and you want us to draw a conclusion. And I'm not going to do that because I don't have enough information. Now, maybe other people have what they need. I don't. I don't have the information I need to walk away from this and feel good about it. I don't have what I need out of this. I mean, maybe y'all do. Maybe that was enough for y'all. And again, don't get me wrong. I do believe that this Linda lady is on some bullshit. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, I do. I believe that. But that clip doesn't prove to me that her son has her best interest at heart either. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Right. Wendy seemed like when Wendy said her feet hurt, she just wanted to sit down. To me, the son was just trying to get them people out that house. And I felt like, okay, let's sit down. Mom said her feet hurt. Let's sit down and finish this conversation. Mom, please let Linda know what we discussed. And let Wendy say it. I have an attorney. My attorney is going to be filing for an appearance. Once my attorney has filed for the appearance, then we can reconvene. But I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to say anything more today because I have retained an attorney. And I'm going to let the attorney do their job. See, to me, then I would have been like, oh, and give me a timestamp. When did this happen? It does look like Wendy's old apartment. So maybe this was, like I said, I feel like this was definitely prior to her being put in the facility where she is now. Because I believe they sold that condo. I believe it's already been sold now. So I do believe that but again, I just feel like you dropped it thinking that everybody was going to be like, oh. And I don't think it did what you thought it was going to do. At least not for me. The son is young and overwhelmed and has his own issues. And I agree, he is young. And listen, I'm in my 50s and helping take care of my parents ain't easy. And I'm grown. So I can't imagine as a 20-year-old your mom being in this situation and having to, not this is for Chief Gillespie. Shut up, little baby. Shut up. That is a job for Keith Gillespie. Really be Lil Kevin and disrespect. Yeah, and that's the thing. He came off disrespectful. But again, because I don't know what happened before this, maybe his disrespect is based off of other things. I don't know. And it was so funny. Why Linda get her last lick in when she was leaving, she gonna tell Wendy, have a good day. Not you. Not you. You don't have a good day. Wendy, you have a good day, girl. I said, let me find out you being a patty. You being patty. Not you. You don't have a good day. You have a good day. I said, that's patty. Okay, so there's that, you guys. So I don't know, because somebody asked me, did I see it? They wanted my opinion on it. I don't have an opinion. I honestly, that's the best I could give you. Thank you, Hibiscus Rose. Thank you, boo. That's the best I could give you. Like, I don't have an opinion. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right. Prayers to Justin Timberlake. He's revealed that he has Lyme disease. Ain't that what Wendy has? Right. And see, that's the other thing. I'm here for the show. Was this before we found out Lil Kevin was accused of sending somebody down to the bank that looked like Wendy to get some of her money? Like, when did this? I need to know the timeline. And at this point, I don't even know. We need to sit down and do like an old-fashioned timeline from like at this point. Well, she was okay. So Chuck has asked me about the mayor of Dalton. Ain't no prayers for that white. Oh Lord. Anyway, here he come jumping from the damn Raptors. Lord have mercy. Oh, silly Saturday set up so I can do the redirect. Let me know. Okay. We only have a few more stories to get to, and then we're going to kick it over to El Teddy. Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested on DV charges. I'm gonna read y'all the police report. Y'all know she was dating a fellow track star. They look real cute together, but I guess it went down yesterday. And so I'm gonna read y'all the police report. This is the narrative coming from Port of Seattle Police Department. On July the 27th of 2025 at approximately 17:54 hours, while working as a uniformed police officer at the Port of Seattle Police Department at SeaTac International Airport, yeah. I was dispatched to TSA checkpoint for a reported disturbance. Y'all was cutting up in TSA. Both y'all gonna end up on the no-fly list. Y'all was y'all couldn't have waited till y'all got to the lounge, because I'm sure y'all was at the lounge. I'm sure y'all was flying first class. Y'all couldn't have waited till y'all got to the Sky Lounge, the Admiral's Lounge, the American Express. Y'all couldn't wait till y'all got to the lounge. Y'all was at TSA. Oh, she has Graves' disease. Thank you. So Justin has Lyme disease. Wendy has Graves. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. Upon arrival to the secured side of the checkpoint 4, one of the involved members, later known to me as Christian Coleman, was pointed to me by a TSA employee. The officer Tyler contacted the other staff of the involved party, later known to me as Sha'Carri Richardson. I started to speak with Coleman. I told him the reason for the contact and asked him if something has occurred at the checkpoint. Coleman was reluctant to talk to me and initially told me he got into an argument, which then became heated. I asked what his relationship was with Richardson, and he told me she was his girlfriend of over 2 years. I asked Coleman to explain what he meant by heated, and he would not tell me. Instead, he stated nothing happened. I asked Coleman if there was shoving or anything physical, and he denied anything physical had occurred. He declined to provide his name and did not want to provide me with his identification. It appears he was refusing any further cooperation. Okay, so he was trying to protect her. Okay, that's what it sounds like. But can I, Mr. Coleman? Mr. Coleman, hey. They got cameras at the airport. They got cameras at TSA. I eventually learned and watched security footage that corroborated what I saw on camera, that Coleman and Richardson were involved in a verbal altercation as they exited through security screening just outside of the screening area. Richardson is following and getting close to Coleman several times as Coleman appears to be trying to walk away. Richardson then pushes Coleman hard enough that it sends him crashing into a nearby column. Coleman continues to try to walk away in an effort to get away from Coleman, but then continues to bump into him and get into his personal space. She again pushes back the TSA screening lanes in an attempt to get help. Richardson continues to follow him, still getting close to his personal space, as she throws a pair of headphones at Richardson, striking him somewhere on his body. After speaking with Officer C and watching the video footage, I developed probable cause against Richardson for DV assault. I was told Coleman did not want to participate any further in the investigation and declined to be a victim. He was provided a DV resource guide. It's not funny. DV is not funny. But they gave him a resource guide. It appears Coleman was flying on Alaskan Airlines. This report is intended to be a summary of events. It may contain paraphrase. Okay. So it sounds like they were arguing as they were going through security, and either he declined to engage in an argument any further, or he wanted to de-escalate. But at any event, it sounds like he tried to walk away. She wouldn't allow it to, she continued to push and push and push, and then she physically pushed. Sounds like he don't want to participate. He ain't going to be a witness, which means that the charges are going to probably be dropped. Even though they have her on video doing it, if they don't have nobody that's going to testify, if the victim ain't going to testify, it's just like when a man assaults a woman and she fails to testify. A lot of times, I mean, the Seattle Police Department may decide to push further since they do have the video of it happening, but without a victim, and it's really not going to be anything to come of it. The bigger concern is this their normal behavior? Does she normally put her hands on him when they get into these arguments? That's the bigger, because here's the thing. DV is not okay no matter where it's coming from. It doesn't matter if it's a woman putting her hands on a man or a man putting his hands on a woman. It's not okay. And a lot of times I think we excuse it when it's the woman and when it's the woman putting her hands on the man. We find ways to excuse that. It's not okay. And especially if this is a pattern. Right. If he had turned around and pushed her back, then it would have been an issue, right? Then it would be all over. It's funny how that footage hasn't come out. The footage would be all over TMZ and all kinds of everybody would be wanting him to get suspended from the Olympic team, from Team USA. It'd be a whole different conversation if he had turned around and pushed her back, right? Right. So anyway, that's that. Again, she was arrested. The charges, like I said, I doubt this is going to go further. It might, but I doubt it with him not wanting to participate. But what I will say is, if this is something that is ongoing, you need to get away. And Sha'Carri, you need therapy. But I have always said that Sha'Carri needs therapy. When I was one of the few people, for those of you who've been around, y'all remember people came at me, honey. Y'all dogged me out because I was one of the few people that didn't have a problem with her getting suspended and not being eligible to participate in not the last Olympics, but the Olympics before that, because she had weed in her system. Everybody wanted to keep making excuses. Well, her mother had died and she had a hard life and she said it was only that one time and da-da-da-da-da and yada, yada, yada. And what did I say to y'all then? She broke the rules. Those are the consequences. I understand that her reason for breaking the rules might have been tied to trauma, might have been tied to her mom dying and grief. I understand that. But it doesn't change the fact that she broke the rules, and these are the consequences for breaking the rules. You see what I'm saying? And I know that there are times when we can bend the rules, and there are times when we can, but I feel like, in my mind, I feel like people wanted to bend the rules for her because they thought she was going to win a gold medal, not because they were like, well, she's in therapy now and she's processing her grief and she's in a better place. No, y'all just, when I say y'all, I'm talking about the people. Y'all just thought she was going to win a gold medal and y'all was mad because, damn. Exactly, DB. DB said, as a former track and field athlete, we know better. She knew better. She absolutely knew better. And the reality is, you all know, especially if you're in sports, you know about weed and how long it stays in your system and when you're going to be tested and how often you're going to be tested. Remember, Serena Williams talked about how often Serena Williams and her sister, actually, both of them, but definitely Serena, they were tested 3 times as often as their white counterparts. Because, of course, nobody could really grasp the concept that these black girls was kicking these white women's asses all over the world in tennis. They were drug tested 3 times as often. Sha'Carri, you knew they was coming for your ass. So did I have empathy? Hey, what's up, W? Did I have empathy? I did. I had empathy for her, but I also understand that rules are in place for a reason. When people break the rules, there have to be consequences. I'm sorry. And then everybody wanted to compare Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps was suspended too. The difference was Michael Phelps got caught smoking weed after the Olympics. So when he was suspended, a lot of people didn't even know that he was suspended because nobody pays attention to swimming who's not actually in the swimming world. Nobody pays attention to swimming until the Olympics. Michael Phelps was suspended and he could not competitively swim for a period of time. It just didn't interrupt the Olympics, so nobody paid attention. So, when people be like, well, they ain't do it to Michael Phelps. Yes, they did. Michael Phelps was just smart enough to do it after the fucking Olympics. Now, I'm not going to say that there's never an unfair balance. Y'all know I would be a liar to say that there's never an unfair balance. There is an unfair balance. But when you compare the two, you got to make sure you're making a fair comparison. That wasn't the equal comparison. Anyway, I done went on a whole tangent. I just pray that the baby gets the help that she needs. She's been looking really good. She's got that contract with Nike. She's been doing really well. She did well in the last Olympics. She definitely has been doing her media training. I've seen her. She looks a lot better. She handles herself a lot better, but she needs some help. Violence is not okay. And I don't know I don't know where the argument started. I don't know who's to blame in the argument, but your response is not okay, especially if he was trying to walk away. He was trying, even if he was the one, I don't care if he just told you he cheated on you with 20 different women. He was trying to disengage in the argument. You pursued him multiple times. You didn't just push him one time. You continued to push him and chased him into the man went back to TSA. And then when you couldn't get to him anymore, you threw your headphones at him. Ma'am, you need to get some therapy. Okay? She is still young. That's why I'm saying I'm not throwing her away. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, you're a horrible. I'm not throwing her away. I'm saying I've seen a lot of improvement in her over the last few years. Like I said, she has presented herself very well. Looks good. Baby, just get you some therapy. A lot of people have anger issues. Process it, babes. That's it. And especially since it does sound like he's not trying to put you in jail. Your boyfriend, I don't know if they still boyfriend or girlfriend or not, but he's not trying to put you in jail. You know? I pay attention. Who was the other white swimmer that was suspended because he left the Olympic Village? White folks lost their minds, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure who that is. I remember the one that lied about getting robbed. Remember the one that and he was a swimmer too. And he got drugged. They drugged his ass. Okay. Let me get through. I have a couple more stories, and then we're going over to El Teddy's house. Cardi and Rah Ali. Listen, y'all know I like Cardi. Y'all know that I like Cardi. I do. But I'm gonna say the same thing about Cardi that I just got finished saying about Sha'Carri. Cardi, stop. Fucking stop. You too old for this shit. You currently are in litigation for assault. You got the lady suing you about throwing the microphone. Ryan Lochte, that's his name. Thank you. You got the lady suing you about throwing the microphone and hitting her in the head. I get it. You and Rah Ali got beef. I got it. Y'all got beef. And I don't know who's to blame. I don't even care who's to blame. Because in this situation, who has the most to lose? Rah Ali or you? Who has the most to lose, Cardi? You literally have this brand new album that's getting ready to drop. People are eating you up. They loving this season that you're in. They glad you finally left that man alone. We finally getting a sophomore album out of your ass. The visuals are looking good. The rollout is great. You got a hit. You had the hit of the summer, Outside. Everybody is quoting Outside. You see the girl at the airport. I don't know who started it. I mean, I listened to both sides of I listened to her version. I listened to Rah Ali's. It don't matter. It doesn't matter who started. I don't care what Rah Ali said to you, girl. First of all, you surrounded by so much damn security. How do you even know? How do you even know what that woman said? Stop. Stop. You're 30-something years old. You're a mother of 3 kids. Stop. You're a fucking millionaire. Stop. You have nothing to gain by continuing to engage in this beef with Rah Ali. Nothing. And I'm not taking anything from Rah Ali, but you have nothing to gain from this. I need to start a PR LLC and sign some of these folks, lock them down. It's just like, I mean, at a certain point, like, I remember when the first altercation took place, when Rah Ali and Cardi got into that first altercation when Rah Ali threw that shoe. Remember she threw the shoe at Cardi, or Cardi threw the shoe at her child? I don't even remember anymore. And it happened during New York Fashion Week, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, because this was like at the end. I mean, this was like towards the beginning of her career, and everybody was loving Cardi. And everybody was talking about how this could be the end. This could be the end before she gets a chance to get started. And it wasn't the end, which is a great thing. It wasn't the end. But girl, She did give her a knot upside her head, but Katrina, that was 20 years ago, 3 kids ago, and millions of dollars ago. Baby, we're not the same. Rah Ali did throw that shoe and she hit Cardi dead smack in her forehead and gave her a big ass knot. You are absolutely correct. But at the end of the day, at what point am I over it? I'm grown. Like, again, that happened. Cardi was in her early 20s. She didn't have any kids when that was. Did she have the oldest one yet? I don't even think Cardi had her first baby yet. Girl, let that shit go. Cardi, you got too much to lose. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I don't have nothing to say about. I ain't got nothing else to say about that, child. Okay. Porsha Williams, I meant to say this the other day. I forgot. It was in the headline and I forgot to say it. Porsha Williams is selling her home. Not the home with her and Simon, but her other house. Remember when she signed moved into Simon's house, her mother moved into her house, and according to Simon, he was paying all the bills. Her mother been living rent-free for the last 3 years. Porsha been living rent-free for the last 3 years. But in court, Porsha did say that that currently she has fallen behind on the bills for that house. Now, I would think that the house should be paid off by now, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't, child. I don't know. But the house is currently, Porsha has put the house on the market. That has been verified, that the house is on the market. Here's what I think is happening. Porsha is consolidating her bills because, again, sorry, y'all. Porsha is consolidating her bills because she is paying for that big ass $7 million house. Her mama is probably moving into that house. You know why? Because it's big enough that her mama can live there and they not run into each other. They not getting each other's way. Porsha is selling that. It's on the market for like $1.8 million. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I know everybody's turning it into a big deal. Oh, is she broke? Oh, she's selling to the. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why people automatically assume that when somebody is selling their home or consolidating their lifestyle, that means that they're broke. I mean, I think she's being preemptive about it. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but I think she's being more preemptive than anything else. She's because we all know that Simon ain't paying them bills at that mansion. We all know Simon's not paying those bills. Okay, so let's stop pretending like we think Simon is getting ready to. Simon's not paying that mortgage. Simon's not paying that light bill. Simon's not paying the gardener, the pool man. He's not paying the landscaper. He's not paying the nanny. He's not paying the nurse. He's not paying the cook. Okay, Simon is not paying for shit as it relates to that house. Let's call a thing, and let's all be on the same. Okay, so Porsha's attorneys have probably told her, worst case scenario, you won in court, but we can't enforce it. You won, but we can't enforce it. She is consolidating her bills. And she told Mama Diane, go on and pack up your shit. Go on and pack it up and meet me over yonder. Meet me over yonder. Go on and pack it up and meet me over yonder. That's what she told her mama, okay? Again, I know everybody's going to make a bigger deal out of it than it is. I don't think it's a big deal yet. But I do think that she's being preemptive in some of the things that she's doing. Okay. All right. I've sent the gifted memberships. Let me see who got a membership this month. Congratulations to Amber, Melly, Florida T-Bird, Winter Blue, and Sidewest. Congratulations. You guys have been gifted a membership for the month of August. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a subscriber. If you are new here, that is something I do on the first of every month. I gift memberships. If you would like to be considered to receive a gifted membership, you have to turn it on in your settings. You have to turn on in your settings to receive gifts. So I know sometimes it seems like it's the same people getting the gifts, but y'all got to make sure y'all have it turned on so that you can receive the gifted memberships. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Right. Right. Simon is not paying anything. And like I said, her attorneys have probably told her, listen, this is what we can do. But it will be if Simon chooses to fight it or chooses to ignore it, I mean, we can file paperwork and we can do this and we can do that. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a long fight. It's not going to be an automatic win. And in the meantime, you got to make some contingency plans. So you have to put yourself in a position to afford to pay these bills. And right now, why does she need a second home? She's got, I don't know how many bedrooms are in that $7 million home, but I'm sure there are enough bedrooms that her and her mama can live together and not get in each other's way. I'm certain of it. We know that there are at least 4 bedrooms in that house because when Simon and Porsha were together, his kids were living in that house and they had their own room. And Pilar has her own room. So we know there's at least 4 to 5 bedrooms in that house. Okay. So it is on the market though. Mama Diane house is up for sale. And honestly, Porsha is going to make a little bit of equity off of that house at this point. Because I believe she bought it for $1.4 million. She's got it on the market for $1.8 million. And she's had the house for about 6 years now. So she's going to make a little bit of change. Not a lot. I mean, if it's paid off and there's a 0 mortgage on it, then she'll, walk away with about, give or take, almost $2 million. If the house isn't paid off, she got a little equity in it. Okay. That's what I'm saying, Amber. I don't think they can. I don't think they can make him pay. I think they can maybe pursue it and, go through all the ins and outs, but I don't know if they can make him pay. Child, Simon, listen. Simon said in his interview with Michelle A.T. Elliott, he ain't paying it. I mean, he ain't come right out and say it like that, but he basically said he ain't paying it. He said he's not using his international funds to pay this. That's what he said. Because he said he don't think it's fair. So he ain't paying it. Okay. Two final things, and then we heading over to El Teddy's house. Under politics, I got 2 things for us, and El Teddy has probably already covered it, or he getting ready to cover it. About this gerrymandering situation. But first of all, let's talk about this Epstein. I have not done a lot of conversations on Epstein. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go find the links for when we covered Epstein. We covered the documentary for Epstein. I think it was the one that was on Netflix or Hulu, whichever one, because there were a couple of documentaries. I think we covered the one that was on Netflix. We reviewed it. We talked about it. So let me say this about the Epstein situation. It was reported yesterday that Maxwell was moved to a level 1. She wasn't like a maximum security prison. She was moved to a level 1 security prison. They said that some level 1 prisons don't even have fences. They so level 1. They don't even have fences. Okay. If y'all think that she got moved to a level 1 facility from a maximum level facility because of a promise to say something they want her to say, I got something else to tell y'all. That woman has already agreed to whatever it is they want her to say. And let me tell y'all what's going to probably happen. They already said that the FBI done redacted Donald Trump's name from the Epstein files. So even if the Epstein files are released, you ain't going to see Donald Trump's name. It's going to be redacted. And I'm sure his name isn't the only name that's going to be redacted. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, she's going to come down here. She's going to testify and she's going to name a bunch of Democrats and probably some low-level Republicans that they can use as pawns that they can sacrifice. You're going to hear Bill Clinton's name, because we know Bill Clinton. We've seen him in pictures with Epstein, right? You're going to hear Bill Clinton's name. You're going to probably hear maybe some billionaire names, or some millionaires' names, some CEOs or something. Enough meat for the bone, right? Enough meat for the bone. And then she's going to say, no, Donald Trump was never there. And then in about 6 months to a year, she's going to quietly be released. In the meantime, MAGA, they're not mad anymore. They're over it. They've moved on. They're good. So, like I told y'all before, If Epstein is the hill that MAGA is willing to die on, crazy. Crazy. The other thing is keep an eye on Newsom. See, what Governor Newsom in California is doing, I ain't even gonna say he's threatening to do. What he is doing is what I need the Democrats to do, right? This is what I need from the Democrats. I understand that your hands are tied and there's not a lot that you can do. I got it. But there are things you can do. And here's one of the things you can do. So, Governor Hot Wheels has redistricted the state of Texas to basically eliminate the Democratic districts and get more seats. Because, see, they're worried about these midterm elections and they're worried about losing the majority in Congress. And so under this new district map in the state of Texas, Jasmine Crockett loses her district. At this point, she doesn't even live in the district anymore that she has currently been elected to represent. Pay attention. Pay attention. She does not even currently still live in the district that she has been elected to represent. Number two, Newsom said, okay, well, if that's what you're going to do, I'm about to redistrict the state of California. And even though California is a Democratic, not all of their seats are Democratic seats. And let's be clear, California has more seats than Texas does. So he said, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. So if you're going to redistrict the state of Texas, I'm redistricting the state of California. And the governor of Illinois is going to redistrict the state of Illinois. And the governor of he mentioned like 3 or 4 other states that are blue states. We're going to redistrict too. So if y'all going to redistrict, we're going to redistrict. You want to play that game? Let's play. See, that's the kind of shit I'm here for. I'm here for that. Now, here's my problem with this. My problem is every time we do something like this, and when I say we, I mean we as a society, we as a country, now you have set precedent that this is just what's going to happen when people don't like what they want. But let's be clear, the Republicans have been doing this gerrymandering for years. They've just been getting away with it. So I'm here with Newsom. I'm here for Newsom saying, I'm concerned about the SCOTUS Louisiana court case that will eliminate opportunity Democratic seats. I'm concerned about every case that's before the Supreme Court right now, if I'm being fair. I'm concerned about all of it. Texas lawmakers have already been here in California meeting with Newsom. They sure have. They sure have. So I'm here. I'm here for it, you guys. Because again, at this point, what can we do? We have to fight where we can fight. We have to fight. We don't have a lot of tools. When I say we, everybody may not be a registered Democrat, but when I say we, I'm talking about anti-MAGA. Okay, I'm talking about the people on the other side of MAGA. That's what I'm talking about when I say we, because I don't want nobody to be like, I ain't no Democrat. Don't care. I'm talking about the other side of MAGA people. We don't have a lot of tools right now. So if we need to get creative and we need to figure it out, I'm here for all of it. Because let's be clear, y'all. And I still hate that we might have to wait till the midterms, but we've got to get the majority back in the midterms. We have to. If we want to have any chance of putting a plug in any of this shit or reversing any of this shit, we've got to get some power back. And they know it. Because if they didn't understand how serious the midterms were and they didn't understand how dire the map was looking for them for the midterm elections, they wouldn't be doing this shit. Oh, damn. That's El Teddy. Yes. What's wrong? Oh, okay, because I was just getting ready to kick it over. I wouldn't. All right. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. The doctor's running a few minutes late, so we're gonna hang out for another 10 minutes. Okay. We can hang out for another 10 minutes. So yeah, I've been watching the Epstein stuff. I haven't been coming down here doing a whole lot of talking about the Epstein, not because I haven't been watching it, but because honestly, you guys, I have no faith right now in any of this. Because like I said the other day, if all of the things that are going on doesn't bother MAGA, and what bothers MAGA is not that Epstein existed, not that Donald Trump is in all these pictures with Epstein, but because, and let's be clear, them wanting to see the Epstein files is not about them thinking that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Them wanting to see the Epstein files is about them believing all the lies that they have been told about who was in the Epstein files. Let's call a thing a thing. They don't care about the fact that Epstein was out here violating little girls. That is not what they're mad about. They're mad because they were sold a pile of lies about all of the horrible Democrats and liberals who were in the Epstein files. Because at the end of the day, why do you need to see the files? To do what? What do we need to see the files for? What you so mad about not seeing the actual files for? But you don't have a problem with them withholding billions of dollars from public schools. These same people that's worried about the Epstein files probably couldn't send their kids to summer school this summer because the district that you work in didn't have money for summer school. But you didn't care about that. You don't care about the fact that there are some areas where schools only open to feed kids because they can't eat at home. There's no food at home. You didn't care about that. Didn't happen this summer. You worried about these Epstein files. Fascism is here. It ain't no taking over. It's here. Yesterday, Donald Trump fired the messenger. Well, they always say, don't blame the messenger. He fired the woman who's over the jobs report because he was mad that the jobs report reflected that we lost jobs. And he point blank said, well, I fired her because I didn't believe it. Do y'all hear how dangerous that is? He fired her because she reported the truth. And he didn't like it. So he fired her. Yet, just in the DC area, I read an article earlier this week. Just in the DC area, we have lost over 22,000 federal jobs. We have lost over 600 food industry jobs because restaurants are closing. Why are restaurants closing? Because if there are no federal workers in the city to eat, restaurants are closing. The cost of food is going up. People aren't going out to eat. And you thought that the jobs report was going to be favorable? You have literally fired over 200,000 people in 6 months over a cross between federal workers and businesses who are closing, farms going bankrupt. Like, what did you think the jobs report was going to reflect? I don't even understand the logic. I don't even understand how you're not getting 1 + 1 equaling 2. I don't even understand your brain on this one. How could you possibly think the jobs report was going to be a favorable report when you have literally done nothing but fire people since you have been in office? I have a family member who's 18 months from retirement, federal government. He wasn't ready to retire because he still has kids in college, right? So even though he's eligible to retire in 18 months, he was like, nah, I probably won't retire for another 3 or 4 years. His son is a sophomore at A&T. He has 2 older daughters who they graduated, but he still got bills and stuff that he paid for them. Both of them went to Ivy League school. So, he's still dealing with bills and stuff. He wasn't ready to retire. 18 months to retirement. New supervisor comes in and says, you have a choice. We're going to move you to a different department. He was in IT. Now they've moved him to a totally different department. Sending him, he had to go to training for 6 months. Mind you, 6 months, 18 months to retirement. You're putting him in a new position where he has to be trained for 6 months. And then at the end of that 6 months, you know what he got for it? He got demoted. So the new position was a demotion, 6 months training, demotion. But what the alternative was, or we can just fire you. So, I mean, obviously, he's like, well, I'm going to ride these 18 months out and I'm going to get the hell out of here. He was like, if me and my wife got to eat ramen noodles for the next 18 months so we can pay some stuff off and put ourselves in a better position to retire, then we're going to have to do what we got to do. But this is what you're doing with people. And then you wonder why the jobs report looks the way it is. And then thank God they gave him the option. I mean, granted, a demotion is better than better than losing your job. But it's just like, these are the kinds of things that are happening. Exactly. Resetting the pay scale. So, oh, and never mind the fact that he's been working from home for the last 8 years. So he had to go back in the office now, too. He told me, I didn't even remember because they had moved the building. In the 8 years that he's been working from home, because he works in IT. In the 8 years that he's been working from home, they've literally relocated. The building that he was in is no longer there. He said, I didn't even know how to get to my job. He said, I didn't even know how to get there. I had to get the address because I haven't been in the building in 8 years. He's been working from home since before COVID. Child, these people keep acting like it's easy. It ain't easy. Anyway, we're gonna head on over to El Teddy's house at 1 o'clock. I'll be doing Beyond the Gates with JB over on the other channel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.